Hey guys, my name is Brian and welcome to another episode of the G6 Brotherhood. Today, my 5 top reasons I love my 2009 Pontiac G6 Convertible. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. If you don't agree with me, give me a thumbs up and tell me down below what your 5 things that you love about your Pontiac are. Let's get into this. Is number 1, styling. It looks like nothing on the road right now. Now it does have a very canny similarity to the Lexus SC430, which I'll talk about in a later video. It's kind of the reason why I got pushed into the G6 or delivered to the G6 styling for about a third of the cost of the same model year as a Lexus SC430. But from the back end of this car, I get so many looks from people because it's not like anything else on the road. The front part of the G6 model basically looks like a typical, what they made 700,000 of, typical Pontiac G6s. So it's kind of interesting and different. The one thing I have noticed about the overall styling is that I'm almost 50. I work with a younger crowd. I work in IT, so we have a lot of 20-somethings and younger. And at first glance, when I bought the car, they were all coming in like going, "Oh man, you got a new BMW. That's sick. That's cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not a BMW. That's a Pontiac." And I had to remind myself, it was 2010 when GM folded the doors on the Pontiac line. And so there's been this gap, this 12-year gap where these kids who are now in their early 20s, late teens, have no clue what a Pontiac is. They might know what a Pontiac Firebird is or a GTO because of YouTube and all the muscle car videos and stuff. But a modern day Pontiac, they have no clue what they look like or anything else. So when they do see this car, my number one thing is it a new BMW? Is that a new style of BMW? Or they love the styling because it looks so much different than anything else, especially from the backside. And I like that, something different than your run-of-the-mill Toyota Camry or a Corolla. The number 2 thing that I like about this car, and this is for the coupe, is the fact that the doors are wide and they're huge, huge doors. They open up really wide. So it's super easy for me, being a big guy, to get in and out of my G6 convertible. I love that part of it. I like the fact that it's a little bit higher. You can't really kind of put your arm up there. It's kind of a stretch, but that's cool. It's a little bit more of that safety factor. And they're heavy doors. Holy crap, I think one of these doors weighs as much as my Porsche 912 weighs all together. But it does have a thud, and that's good if you're an older person, knee problems, nice big white doors, unlike my Acura, where you felt like I had to squeeze out of those small little doors in that thing. So doors, I like the big doors on my Pontiac G6. Number 3 thing, and I know this is probably gonna throw you for a loop when I tell you, but gas mileage. Now remember, my 2009 G6 Convertible has a 3.5 V6 with that 4-speed automatic in it. And if I drive this car the way my insurance company recommends that I drive this car, and I work about 12 miles from work one way. So if I drive the way my insurance company wants me to drive, I'm getting 22 to 25 miles per gallon when I drive the insurance way. So, and with gas prices the way they are right now, hey, at almost $4 a gallon in Arizona here, a gallon of gas a day, so about $4 a day to get my ass to and from work. That's kind of cool. I like that idea, especially with a V6. Now, if I drive the way I like to drive, I tend to see, when I was doing my research on this thing, at about 18 to 19 miles per gallon in the city when I was driving the way I normally would drive. The flip side of that is on the highway. If I drive it at 75 plus, which is pretty normal out here in Arizona on the freeways and stuff, I'm seeing about a 28 miles per gallon on the highway of the interstates. If I slow that down to about 65, 60, 55 in there, I saw it go as high as like 34 and 35 miles per gallon when I was doing my test. And that is on 87 octane gas. That's not super unleaded. That's just normal base gas, which I thought was amazing for this car. It's a heavy ass car. It's almost 2 tons, almost 4,000 pounds of a car. So gas mileage is my number 3 thing. My number 4 thing that I love about this car, and again, it's kind of a weird thing, but it is a front-wheel drive car, and it's a V6, 3.5 liter, nothing special. But if you put it in manual mode, where you shift it on your own, I can make the tires squeal. And amazing, the first time it happened, I wasn't paying attention, and I had it in first gear, stepped on the gas, you know, like I normally would, and I tripped those tires, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool for this, you know, daily driver. So it has enough power, and on new tires, be it new Bridgestones, that it can trip the tires for a car this heavy, and for a 3.5 liter V6, it can trip it. That's kind of nice. It does have enough power to get me in and out of traffic. It is not as fast as my Porsche 911 Carrera 4 was. That was an amazing, like, woo, car to drive, especially opening it up. But as far as speed and everything else, I love the acceleration. I love the get up and go. I love that it will get out of its own way, and that is a plus. My number 5 thing and last thing that I love about my Pontiac G6, and I have a 2009 convertible, is the radio. And again, this car surprised me all the way around. The radio in this thing, when I first turned it on, and we're in Arizona, it says monsoon, and out here in Arizona during the summer, we have monsoon storms, or our rainy season. So when I turned it on for the first time, I thought, is it telling me there's a storm coming? Does it have like a built-in weather thing on the radio? But no, monsoon is just the name, the brand of the radio that's in the Pontiac G6s. With that being said, that was funny. But the fact that it can thump, and like I said, I'm almost 50, and I'm not into the all booming, banging rap music and stuff. But on that, some of that country music, it can actually thump the car pretty well and shake stuff. And I like it. It was a clean bass. It wasn't a dirty bass. It was very clean. That surprised me out of a factory system, because typically in a car like this, I would upgrade it. I like the fact that it has a 5-disc CD changer in the, or was it 6-disc, 5 or 6? Don't remember. I only have 3 CDs in there. You know. But I like the fact that it has an aux cord. It'd been nice if it had Bluetooth, but again, 2009, I'm not quite sure Bluetooth was 100% in the American cars back then. And on top of that, if you get rid of the factory G6 radio, part of your computer information, your miles per gallon, your oil changes, your tire pressure, all that's tied into that radio. So if you do swap radios, you're going to lose that functionality and that control. So that's kind of a bummer. But the fact that it hasn't, and the radio is decent, that just, hey, loving it. So those are my 5 things I love about my Pontiac G6 convertible. Styling, nice big wide doors. I love the performance of it. I love the sound system and the fuel economy. All wrapped up in a great daily driver. So if you're thinking about getting a G6, do some research, check out some other videos. But I'm thinking the G6, if you're needing just some basic transportation, or if you're into the coupes, the GT coupes or the convertibles, definitely a cool car. And I've seen some of these cars go for like 300,000 miles when cared for, which, like anything, if you maintain stuff, it will last. Just gotta maintain stuff. All right, guys, there's my top 5 things that I love about my Pontiac G6 convertible. I want to know what you guys think. Take a moment, comment down below, and let me know what your 5 things that you love about your Pontiac car. And again, we'll see you next time on the G6 Brotherhood.